Good evening. Thank you for joining the newsroom for this Tuesday evening. Here's a summary of the main news today. President Wavel Ramkalawan has expressed the hope that the coronavirus pandemic will soon be behind us and people will resume their normal lives. The president made the statement in a message on the occasion of World Health Day and Health Workers Day. The day is being commemorated globally under the theme Together for a Fairer, Healthier World. President Ramkalawan noted that a fairer health system is a dream and the aspiration of many throughout the world. And he said Seychelles is lucky to have a good health system. He said he was happy that with the guidance and tenacity of the government and the devotion of health workers, Seychelles has managed to implement a successful COVID vaccination program. The president has extended his sincere thanks to unsung heroes in the health sector, including cleaners, telephone operators, and others. He said they too had contributed to save our country. The Minister for Education, Dr. Justin Valentin, has indicated that the Ministry of Education had informed the schools at the beginning of the school term last month that all students who benefited from the dedicated fund last year should continue to receive support from the fund. He highlighted that a final decision will be taken by the schools on who should benefit from the dedicated fund once they finish reviewing the various applications for support from the fund. He also indicated that the ministry and the schools are working in close collaborations with the Agency for Social Protection. Dr. Valentin was speaking during a press conference this afternoon. Here's what he said.
I need to reassure parents, if you have any financial difficulties and you want your child to benefit from the dedicated fund, you simply need to go to the school, talk to the head teachers, complete the required formalities, and you will be assisted accordingly. There is a budget allocated to each school from which your child will honestly benefit from that.
The Court of Appeal has started its hearing for this year. The court had registered 32 cases. However, the president of the Court of Appeal, Justice Anthony Fernando, said that 11 cases has been withdrawn or have reached out-of-court settlements. There are 21 cases left, although Justice Fernando stated that one of the cases may also reach an agreement soon. Additionally, Justice Fernando noted that some cases will likely be postponed in view that 2 expatriate judges are not in the country. And also in the news today, the National Assembly continued to discuss on the budget allocated for a few entities. This morning it was a budget of over 131 million rupees for the Seychelles Broadcasting Corporation, SBC, which was being scrutinized.
Issues brought up by MNAs included editorial contents of both SBC television and radio, investigative journalism, SBC's impartiality, as well as the future of SBC AM radio. With regards to SBC House at Unionville, the Chief Executive Officer of SBC, Bira Dupré, noted that there have been serious delays in completing the infrastructure due to COVID-19 pandemic. He announced that the SBC was pressing for the return of employees from the Chinese construction company by May at the least, and is hopeful the building will be completed in December this year. When it came to other criticisms, CEO Dupré said that a lack of adequate financing was a major factor inhibiting the SBC. He particularly pointed out that budget hadn't changed much since 2015 and therefore could not be expected to purchase adequate programs. But he also pointed out that most television stations throughout the world repeat programs. The second half of the debate this morning focused almost entirely on SBC's impartiality, with some members pointing out that this has not been the case over recent weeks in news reports. At the end of the discussions, 19 members voted for the budget, 13 abstained. And in the afternoon, the National Assembly also approved the budget proposed for the Land Transport Department and the Road Transport Commission. Although the two entities are expected to merge, they have been allocated separate budgets. The question of privatization of public transport on secondary roads came up during the debate. The ministry responsible for transport, Anthony Dejac, said the issue is being discussed at ministerial level. Mr. Dejac said that as part of the liberalization process, private operators will be able to offer services on routes that are not served by the SPTC, but the minister said it has to be well organized. The hope is to see potential operators come together to offer a viable and efficient service.
Education, agriculture, fisheries and tourism are amongst several areas of cooperation between the Republic of Seychelles and the Republic of Hungary. This statement was made by the new ambassador of Hungary to Seychelles, Mr. Zsolt Mészáros, after presenting his accreditation documents to President Wével Ramkalawan at State House this morning. Mr. Mészáros is the fourth Hungarian ambassador to be accredited to Seychelles. He is also the first ambassador to be accredited since President Wével Ramkalawan took office at State House. Ambassador Mészáros will be based in Nairobi, Kenya.
We have been discussing reviewing our bilateral cooperation. We have just started a scholarship program with Seychelles, whereby we offer 10 fully paid scholarships to the Seychellois youth to study in Hungary. We are also going to work together in ICT, cybersecurity, and we are going to host a Seychelles-Hungary Business Forum in the second half of this year, if the situation permits, obviously. I have noticed that there is very little fresh milk on the island, so we have very good technologies, zero grazing, where the cattle doesn't need a lot of space to roam around, and tilapia or fish farms as well. We will look at the demand, what the market needs. We have Hungarian companies, and we'll start discussions with the Seychelles partner, but also it depends also on financing, so it's not, nothing comes for free. So we'll see what we can do. We'll try to offer some state support, and then, but it has to be market driven. So there has to be a market, not just a government-driven initiative. But yes, I see opportunities here for milk production, cheese, butter, also fisheries, IT, and tourism as well. We hope to bring even more Hungarian tourists here and more tuna to Hungary from here.
And that's it. That's all we have time for. I'll be back at 8 with more details.